Folks, today in Crossing South, we play with toys in Baja, we meet a local skateboard maker, and we meet an Italian who brings his cuisine to the region, and it's all coming to you now. The wild and rugged terrain in Baja's rural expanse is the perfect backyard for off-road enthusiasts. We met a group of guys who have made a living off that very fact. You know, one of the many things you can do in Baja is off-roading. A lot of people have their toys, but maybe they're reluctant to come to Mexico, cross their expensive toys over here. But there's a way to do it. We found a guy, and he's right here. His name's Kevin. How you doing, guy?
Hi, good. How are you?
Nice to meet you, my friend.
Nice to meet you.
Kevin, where are you from?
I'm from San Diego.
San Diego?
Yep.
So you're right across the border from Baja. Very easy for you to cross.
Yeah, I've been crossing the border since I was young, even without my mom's permission.
Oh, really?
So
you're a habitual South crosser.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah, we've been coming down here for a long time.
Very, very nice. And you have a company called Baja Ride
Yep.
Co.
Yep.
Company. Tell me about your company.
So we basically, in the last couple of years, have been seeing an explosion in the UTV market. And we had been doing dirt bike tours previously. And we kind of tapped into the market of allowing people bringing their own UTVs down.
Right.
We set up all the logistics, all the planning, and they just come down and enjoy the ride. Every time I come down, I try to make it better and better, you know, hit the nice spots, you know, make the tours, you know, sectioned out so we have enough time to explore, eat, you know, and hit all of these, you know, nice locations and spots that they can come down and explore. It's more of an adventure than actual ride.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's the main difference? I mean, for someone who maybe has access to terrain in the States, what's an advantage or a difference that makes it worthwhile coming to Baja to do this?
You know, in the States, we can't just go and ride wherever we want. Everywhere is sectioned out. You know, you have you know, certain areas you have to stay within the limits or whatnot, but you know, Baja, you know, embracing the off-road community, they love it down here. They love when we come down here. You know, their economy's built off of it, and we can go and ride in places and beaches and just all kinds of areas, and it's a mix. You know, Baja's like a big desert, you know, beach area, and it's just a good mix of everything down here.
Right. So when you take someone on an adventure ride like this, they can get to experience all kinds of terrain, all kinds of landscapes.
Yeah, in a short amount of time. You know, mostly most of our tours we set up in a 3-day adventure, and each night we're at a different location.
Oh, nice.
And then we also offer some custom tours where we can go even further down the peninsula for groups of people. You know, we usually max out about six cars, but we can do custom groups as well, where we can take them on, you know, just other adventures, you know, in other locations in Baja.
Wow, very nice. So pretty good reactions from people that...
Everyone that's came down is pretty much blown away and can't believe, you know, what they're experiencing. But, you know, it does, you know, a lot of people are a little hesitant to come across the border with the stuff they have. But we help them out, you know, with the information, the right insurance, the right locations, the parking, the overnights. You know, we try to, you know, just take the worry out of it for
That's
them.
very nice. So you guys handhold them through the process. All they have to do is enjoy the ride.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, very, very, very nice. You know, I'm not the most outdoorsy kind of guy. I'm a city slicker. I'm not into like this kind of sports, but are you ready to make a believer out of me?
Yeah, we got all the equipment ready to go. We got you a helmet, we got your radio, we got refreshments. We're gonna go hit the beach.
Well, folks, you're gonna live vicariously through your friendly neighborhood travel show host. So if I can make it through this, this is not the kind of stuff I would do normally on my own, but if I can live through this, you will too. So if it's anywhere as close as what Kevin describes, I think we're gonna have a good time. Stay with us, folks. It's Crossing South. Stay with us. Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Roads, where we're going, we don't need roads. So strapping in, we gear up for this high rev adventure with cautious excitement and reluctant enthusiasm. Mustang, this is Ghost Rider, bearing. Let's go. Voodoo 1, let's go. Unlike in the US, you can ride your off-road vehicles in city traffic. So we literally go from the hotel to the streets of the city of Ensenada, down the state highway, and into multiple off-road pathways. Feel safe as well because all these locations are minutes away from civilization, so you don't feel stranded. Baja has this peculiar aspect where there are areas that seem untouched. They feel like you were somewhere all alone with the ecosystem. At the end of the trail, we end up on a nice stretch of beach we have all to ourselves. Any fear or anxiety I may have had at the start of this journey was long gone. But this time I was not only enjoying it and laughing maniacally, but I was literally hollering, "Go, go, 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 go!" And go they did. Yeah, these guys know how to have fun and get the most out of their machines. Yeah, these guys know how to rev it up for sure. I was thinking, if I should be holding on to dear life, but there comes a moment when you just let it go and you just enjoy the ride. It's that yeehaw moment. You are left as a muddy but stress-free version of yourself by the time this is all done.
Woo! This is one way to ride. Yep, got plastered. This is really fun. It's really fun. Kevin, this has been so stinking fun. Can I say stinking on PBS? This has been so fun, Kevin. I mean, it's like a amusement park ride. You know, I've been on a trophy truck and it was fun too, but it was very horrifying. This has been all fun, to be honest. Like, I wasn't scared at any moment. It just feels safe. It feels wonderful.
Yeah, well, the UTVs, you know, it's all family oriented.
Yeah.
And, you know, we bring families down, they have a good time, you know. And
So what can you tell me about this area?
this is Punta Cabra. This is actually a pretty popular surf spot when the surf comes in. Yeah, it's a good right that comes in, and you know, right now there's no surf, so there's nobody here, just us.
Right. It looks like a crescent moon-shaped bay here. So Punta Cabra is what it's called. And okay, so surfers come here, but it looks beautiful, man. It looks like a private beach. I mean, just look at that, right? I mean, you can't beat that.
No, just a good day. Just the sunset goes down. Awesome ending to a good day.
Well, I thank you very much, Kevin,
Hey, thanks for coming down.
for showing me this.
Hey.
It makes me want to buy one of these things.
Come down anytime.
Exactly. One of the many things you can do when you cross south, and if you want to bring your toys to a nice tour with expert, knowledgeable people like my friend Kevin here, Baja Ride Company is where to go. So stay with us. More crossing south coming your way. Thank you, my friend. Okay, let's do it.
These are the riders, the men who fly free as their machines float over the sand to meet the Pacific breeze of the horizon. Oh, sorry, got carried away there. So we ride away and leave these outlaws and move to the city of Ensenada to meet a local with a very nice hobby. You know, folks, in any city, you can find people who love their job, people who are skillful, artisanal work. I mean, that's the whole industry that's happening in Baja, right? The food, the beer, the wine. But we found an artisan in a different field, and we're going to talk to him right now. Ensenada is a young and hip town. Everyone knows everyone there. Lots of old families, lots of peculiar people, and this guy is one of them. He is a skateboard maker.
So Norman, talk to me. What are you doing here? I see a lot of surfboards. I see a lot of skateboards. Talk to me about what you're doing here.
Yeah, well, the whole thing started, I had a surf shop a couple years ago, and the name of the store was Fu Manchu, and that's, you know, where the whole thing started. And I closed the store, then I got together with two
So you would
friends.
do surfboards?
I was doing surfboards and skateboards.
Okay,
Yeah.
not just selling them, making them.
Making them, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah. So everything started with a piece of wood.
You closed the shop that you had before.
This is
This is it.
This is it, where the whole thing starts.
Wow.
Then I did this mold.
From this piece of wood, you go to this.
Yeah, I trace it. I lay it like that. I trace it, cut it, and then start, sanding and, making the shapes.
I see this one. It's got a little fishy tail.
That's called a fish. Yeah.
That's how you call it?
Yeah.
Now, is that common or is that you? It's your thing.
No, it's we have surfboards. They have the same.
They do?
The same tail, and we call it fish.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's a
Okay.
fish. Yeah.
And you want your skateboards to keep a little bit of that.
Exactly. Yeah. The whole idea came from this. Like this is a original 70s.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the whole idea came from this.
You saw these and you're like,
yeah.
oh,
So I can do something like that, but modern. Yeah.
A modern twist of it. 'Cause
Exactly.
These are not like skateboards for, doing a half pipe or anything.
Tricks or
These are for cruising, right?
Just more for cruising.
Were you a skater growing up?
Yeah, I started, surfing when I was 12, and skateboard, like when there was no waves, we would skate, but basically was more into surfing.
I mean, are you getting any kind of feedback from people? Are they happy with your product?
Yeah, like we start like advertising in magazines. I went to Guadalajara, we went to Mexico City.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so the whole thing started, so all the stores started like asking. So that's a good feedback.
We want some Fu Manchu on our store, right?
Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, there you have it, folks. One of the many things that you have when you cross out, people that love what they do, and people that are creating special things for the people of Baja and elsewhere. So don't go anywhere. More Crossing South coming your way. Heading back north, we stopped in the beach town of Rosarito and visited a restaurant that people kept talking about. It's called Pasta y Basta. So I'm here in Rosarito at a place called Pasta y Basta, and the guy behind the whole thing is the Italian right next to me. His name is Christian.
Christian Gritti.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. Piacere.
Piacere.
My family is from Bergamo, which is a city by Lake Como,
Oh,
1
really?
hour north Milan. And
You still have family there?
yes, all my family lives there.
Next
and,
to George Clooney, obviously?
Yes, next to George Clooney's house. Yeah.
So what brought you to Baja? You're not even in the States. You're in Baja.
Well, the reason of all this is my wife. So
Where is she from?
she's from San Diego.
Okay, across the
and,
border?
Yes, I met her 4 years ago in an Italian restaurant in San Diego.
In San Diego.
Yes, I was working there as a chef. We met after the dinner, and we fall in love. And I didn't speak any English at that time.
Really?
Yeah, she was my English teacher.
No way. Well, so you sound pretty good to me.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, after 4 years, I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, so that's San Diego, though. That's in
Yes,
the U.S.
yes.
How'd you end up crossing south?
One day we decided to get married. So we got married here in Rosarito. I like the culture that is really similar to Italy. They have kilometer, they have Celsius. So I felt like I was home here. I was a private chef, making food in private houses for special events. Here at Rosarito is a small community. There is a lot of expats. People got to know me a little bit, and I built my name. I can say that. So
Good man. So
yeah.
after you became like popular, this guy cooks really good.
Right.
Then you decided
So
to.
I had my followers already, and we found this amazing spot here right in front of the ocean in Rosarito. We decided to open. We started with 4 tables at that time.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a pretty small restaurant. The reason why I opened the restaurant is because it's in my blood, and was always my dream to open a restaurant. It needs to be in your blood because it's a tough job.
Yes, I bet. Talk to me about your food. Like, Italian food is so good that everywhere on the planet you can find it. Now, not everywhere on the planet can you find an Italian chef making it for everyone.
We are trying to bring a taste of Italy here in Baja California.
Which is very different than
that's
what
our
people are
motto.
used to.
Yes. There are so many Italian restaurants, but not that many that are authentic, you know. A lot of restaurants don't do fresh pasta because it takes a lot of preparation, you know. You have to make the dough, you have to close all the ravioli one by one. We have a thin pizza with a crust, so everything is really authentic.
And it's a good way to separate yourself by being authentic, right? Because pizza, they can go to Pizza Hut for like the pizza that people are used to, but you're bringing like authentic Italian food.
Yeah, also they make our dough. We let it rest for a night in the fridge, and then the dough is ready to be made as a pizza.
Come on, big boy. You can do it.
We have our brick pizza oven. As you know, this is the only way to make authentic pizza.
Really?
Is in a brick oven.
It has to be.
Wood fire, and the dough needs to be authentic too.
How have people reacted, you know, to your cooking here in the region?
I have customers that come back every week. They really love my food. People that have been to Italy, they say that every time they come here, they feel like in Italy.
Oh my goodness, I'm giddy, folks. It's sounding wonderful.
You're gonna try it later. Yes.
I'm ready. I'm glad to have a little part of Italy here, and I'm sure you folks will too. Let's get in it, folks. It's time to get real. Okay, my friend. Thank you.
All right.
Grazie, my friend. Grazie mille.
Oh, I'm real excited to see what Christian is going to bring out.
Okay, so this is a yellowtail tuna tartare with lime sorbet, arugula, cherry tomatoes. This is how you start. This is how you start what's going to be a beautiful meal today. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, this is a dish that I've actually had in Italy. Says the first time I'll have it in Mexico. It's the frutti di mare, which is the fruit of the sea. And it's got shrimp, it's got calamari, it's got mussels, it's got clams.
Isn't it amazing how we are made to savor all of these flavors from our planet? All of these spices, all of these nuances in food. Ah, yes.
I mean, just imagine that. Combine the delicious seafood natural to Baja with his seasoning, his taste, his northern Italy cooking style of Bergamo. And holy smokes. Okay, so this is a special dish that isn't always available, but they'll make it when special occasion or so on, they'll tell you. But it's a black fettuccine colored with octopus ink. This is like a full-on visual overload, and I'm hoping that the taste is just as overloading in a good way. Oh, wow. Should I dare say, I don't remember having in Italy pasta this good. Each plate just keeps getting better with this guy. Okay, so this right here is the ossobuco with saffron risotto. Now this dish has won them some awards. Risotto is so creamy when Italians make it. Man. It almost tastes like a cheese. Wow. Just look at how pretty that is. Perfect. Just perfect. If you're wondering if it's as good as it looks, the answer is yes. Maybe even more so. So this is a typical dish from Christian's hometown in Bergamo. It's called casoncelli. And if you notice these raviolis, if you remember he was mentioning they're all filled with a mixture of meats. It has the pancetta, which is the pork belly, this crispy sage. It's got cheese around, which is, I think it's the Parmesan he mentioned, that it had lots of Parmesan. So let's try these Northern Italy raviolis. So, all right. Oh my goodness. I know I'm returning to this place. You will be well served if you ever find your way to Pasta y Basta. Oh my goodness. Molto buono, Christian, molto buono.
Grazie, Giorgio. Buon appetito.
Just FYI, that gesture in Italy means you love the food. Of course, he includes in his cellar wine from Baja to complement his dishes.
I'm telling you, folks, this guy doesn't make any bad dishes. I will tell you. I've not tasted a bad dish yet. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's encouraging, right? Because that way, you know that if you're coming, you know your chances of trying a dud are very slim. Every single dish that I've tried is amazing. So. So this is a very, very Italian pizza. You're not gonna find this in Pizza Hut. You're not gonna find this in any commercial pizza store. So just to give you an idea, look, let's get in there. It's got obviously like your tomato sauce base. It has some mozzarella, but it also's got, you see the prosciutto. You've got your arugula. So when was the last time you had a pizza that has this much vegetables on it? I don't think ever. Then you have your burrata. We're gonna try to hit this thing. Prosciutto, arugula, and all. Look at that. Look at that. I'm grabbing it with my hands. I don't know if that's even appropriate in in Italian culture. This really transports you to another place. Oh my goodness. It is so good. Arugula, who would have known? What can I say, folks? I'm a professional eater. And as a pro, I can tell you, this place has the Jorge seal of approval. I am so happy. Food makes you happy. It's Crossing South, folks. We're not done. Believe it or not, we're not done. You know I have a special place for your sweet stuff. So this is his tiramisu, which just off the bat, I mean, just looking at it, looks better than any tiramisu I've ever had in my life. Just looking at it. So I don't know if the taste will be the same, but it looks awesome. It has coffee in the middle, but look at that. I'll just show you a little peek of, it has this cocoa dust on top, but just look at that, folks. Just look at that. Let's just peel up back the layers. Look at how fluffy. Let me just show that to you. It looked like the best tiramisu I've ever seen. Now we can add that it tastes like the best tiramisu I've ever had.
Oh yes. Yeah, that's the spot right there, right there. That's the spot.
This is so good. And we have it in Baja, folks. It's in Baja. You don't have to go to New York. You don't have to go to a fancy place, Beverly Hills. It's in Baja. I think it's time for the local population to know what they have here in their backyard. Wow.
And we're not done. We're also gonna have this little chaser. I don't know the history of these lemon liqueurs, but I've had them before in the southern west coast of Italy.
Well, after enjoying one of the most amazing culinary experiences in regards to Italian food that I've ever had in my life, I think I'm ready to close this out, folks. I hope you enjoyed this one. And we hope to see you next time, okay? You take care. I'm gonna try to hit a little bit more of this. I'm just kidding, I'm done. See you later, folks.
So after having a rocking good time playing with toys in the dirt, getting to meet a small business artisan, and having amazing Italian food with Baja products, we depart with happy hearts. Until the next time, we get to cross south.
Like to know more about the places you've just seen? Maps, videos, podcasts, and more at CrossingSouth.com. We also do Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.